Welcome back to Headlines. I'm Wes Austin, and these are today's top stories. First, a massive climate summit is coming to Brazil, so naturally, they're bulldozing part of the Amazon rainforest to make room for a new highway so that people can get to it. I'm not joking. I know that sounds like a made-up headline. That's real. They say the highway is essential for the climate summit's success. But you know what else would be great for the climate's success? Not building a highway through the rainforest. Then, an Oregon Mental Health Advisory Board now includes a member who identifies as a turtle. That explains why their policy recommendations involve moving very slowly and hiding when things get tough. Meanwhile, California is borrowing $3.4 billion to keep its Medicaid program afloat after expanding it to cover illegal immigrants. California's financial plan is simple. Hand out free stuff, run out of money, borrow more, repeat. Somewhere, Bernie Sanders is watching and thinking, someone gets it. And finally, a judge has blocked Trump's order barring the law firm behind the Steele dossier from government buildings. If being involved in the Steele dossier doesn't disqualify you from government work, what does? Guess who the judge was appointed by? Stay tuned and you'll find out. Okay, let's dive in. Nothing says saving the planet like bulldozing a rainforest for a climate summit highway. A 4-lane highway is being built through tens of thousands of acres of protected Amazon rainforest to accommodate traffic for the COP30 climate summit in Brazil. The event, scheduled for November, will host over 50,000 attendees at the official UN climate conference. Building a 4-lane highway through the Amazon rainforest is like booking an AA meeting at an open bar. Where are all the climate activists? They glue themselves to paintings, but when it comes to stopping an actual rainforest from being bulldozed, suddenly they're out of super glue? John Kerry just pledged to help the situation by personally flying over it 20 times to measure the damage. A person who identifies as a turtle advises the state of Oregon on the best practices for mental health. Oregon's approach to mental health policy is slow and steady wins the race, emphasis on the slow part. J.D. Holt, who goes by J.D. Terrapin on Facebook, is a member of the panel advising the director of Oregon's Health Authority on the best practices for mental health. J.D. also identifies as a turtle.
Hello, everybody. It's JD with turtle and pronouns. Pronouns are turtle and they, them. Hello, everybody. It's JD. I use they, them, or turtle for pronouns. Hello, everybody. It's JD, they, them, and turtle for pronouns in the Springfield, Eugene area.
Do you remember when mental health experts used to diagnose delusions instead of putting them on advisory boards? Those were good times. Imagine walking into a therapy session and the person across from you says, I understand what you're going through. I'm a turtle. At that point, the only mental health advice you need is run. Nothing says stable decision-making like taking life advice from someone who thinks they belong in a terrarium. California's free healthcare for all plan has run into a tiny snag called basic math. California needs to borrow $3.4 billion to cover a budget gap in the state's Medicaid program a year after expanding it to offer free health care to illegal immigrants. California is so generous with its money that it forgot that it doesn't actually have any. Some of you might remember Governor Gavin Newsom boasting about this initiative back in 2022, saying this, with these new investments, California will become the first state to achieve universal access to health care coverage. The state can't even afford Medicaid for the people it already has, but sure, keep adding more. It's like watching someone who's drowning, and to help, you throw them a dumbbell. I'm starting to think California's financial planners use the same math that makes one-ply toilet paper seem like a good idea. They say nothing in life is free, unless you live in California, in which case nothing in life is paid for. A judge stopped a Trump order barring the law firm behind the Steele dossier from entering government buildings. Apparently, the judge thinks that anyone involved with the Steele dossier should be able to waltz into government buildings like they own them. A federal judge has blocked the Trump administration from enforcing key provisions of an executive order targeting Perkins Coie, a prominent Democratic law firm involved in funding the Steele dossier. The judge, appointed by Obama, granted a temporary restraining order. Shocking that an Obama judge would protect a Democrat law firm. What are the odds of that happening? Last week, President Trump revoked the firm's security clearances and sought to terminate its federal contracts, calling Perkins Coie dishonest and dangerous. The law firm argued that it was a politically motivated attack, unlike funding a fake dossier to influence an election, which is just good, clean fun, apparently. The suit highlights that 25% of the firm's revenue comes from government contracts. Their billing rates are estimated to be between $1,000 an hour to $2,500 an hour. Oh well, at least we're getting a bargain from them. You know what, can someone from Doge check what in the crap they are doing for the government for rates of $1,000 to $2,500 an hour? I mean, I would really like to know. That's okay. During the 2016 election, Perkins Coie hired Fusion GPS to conduct opposition research on Trump for the Clinton campaign, facilitating the Steele dossier, one of the pillars of the Trump-Russia collusion hoax. The law firm's attorneys called Trump's order life-threatening to their business. When they said life-threatening, they meant a threat to their vacation homes in Martha's Vineyard. Perkins Coie received nearly $10 million from the Clinton campaign and the Democratic National Committee in 2016. Well, now, why would a law firm like that not be trusted? That's like being involved in a really nasty divorce for several years. And then the judge comes in and said, hey, you know the attorney for your spouse? The one who's been trying to destroy your life for the last few years? Guess what? Now they're your attorney too! If Perkins Coie wants access to classified information so badly, they should try the traditional Democrat route. Get it from Biden's garage like everyone else. Thanks for watching Headlines. I'm Wes Austin. Good night.